The landscapes of our lives are for learning, where experience is our teacher. When we gather together to share our resources, we are destined to love and thrive. Good morning, Pierre.
Hey, good morning, Maureen. I know we have just a short time for this podcast, but it's on a subject. You're the mom of 4 kids. We met at TT, which was a 9-week program in Thailand, and then traveled a little bit afterwards, and you took a year off.
Teacher training, PT.
Yeah, I'm sorry, teacher training, Bikram yoga teacher training in Thailand. You had 4 kids. Some of them were in high school. Who was looking out after them? I was always like,
Nobody. They were on their own. They were fine. I had a cleaning lady. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I did have a I didn't have a cleaning lady then. Jack and Shay were in college, and Reagan was I think she might have been in college too. No, she was a senior in high school, or I don't know.
And your youngest?
Riley was a sophomore. That's all I know.
Okay.
Rob was in the picture. So Rob stayed with Riley.
Okay.
And yeah. And so, but she was 15 and she was Riley and she was responsible. And so she was very independent. I think Reagan might have been around.
Did you have the confidence to do that, or were you trepidatious in deciding? Yeah.
To leave my kids?
Yeah.
And do that and go so far away?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had a little trepidation, but my kids are awesome. And I trusted them implicitly, and I had done all the hard work of making them independent, and they had a father around, and then and then Rob, and they had people to support them. So it was 9 weeks. No, it was a little nerve-wracking leaving and going so far, but no regrets, and glad I did it. A big part of it was that I wanted to send the message that just because you're a mom doesn't mean you can't go pursue your own stuff, and that they should do the same and not just be a slave to their kids.
Incredible message. Yes.
So many women, I can't because I have to go to my kid's game. It's like, your kid's going to live if you go do something on your own. Like, I knew I was there for them.
Right. But the preparation for them to be mature, to recognize that, and then I know the outcome, but what was the outcome? You came back, they were happy for you, or they were
they were psyched. Yeah, they were happy. I think my kids have always kind of been like, oh, that's mom. Like, she does shit like that. Like they just
you've gone on.
I'm a little intense and
written a couple of books and
goal oriented, and I really made sure I had my own identity aside from just being their mom, which was very, very important and a huge priority and a big responsibility, and something that that was my job for almost 15, 20 years, and took it very seriously. They came first before everything, obviously, but that didn't mean I didn't have a life of my own too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that, personal part of the story. And I think it's so, helpful to learning conversation and resources, and just kind of painting the picture of what life can be like.
For what it's worth too, now that I think of it, practicing the yoga, I think gave me the courage to do that. I was becoming more of myself when I, started practicing, and it was really sinking in. And then I had gone to a women's retreat with Rajashree in Austin, Texas. One of the teachers encouraged me to do that, and because I was considering training maybe, but I had maybe 6 months before I had gone and done that on my own too. And so that was, a little mini trip away for yoga.
Yeah. And plus did you find her to be a powerful attraction?
Rajashree, it was Emmy Cleaves was there. Mary, whatever her name was, that was Jarvis. Rajashree, there might have been one more woman who I can't recall, but and it was all women, and I met a bunch of people. Yeah, it was cool. It was nice to do the female thing. And I think Laju was there, Rajeshree's daughter. And
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I really liked Emmy Cleaves. I really,
Yeah,
she's
she just passed
so
away.
disciplined and strict and, but gentle and flexible at the same time. Like she was like a, I don't know, gorgeous person. Just
Yeah.
like strong woman, and that was cool. And then Rajashree is like
Did I ever tell you that,
just
really quickly, did I ever tell you the story when Emmy came to our teacher training, and we used to rotate rows closer to the podium, and when Emmy came, I was going to be in the back. I was like, oh great, because I don't want to be called out. And I'm in the back row, and she has a chair in the back where she's teaching from. She didn't teach from the podium.
yeah.
She
Oh, and
wanted to
she
look,
wandered around too.
and she wandered around. But
Scary.
she started in the back right behind me,
Yeah.
and I was getting into
I
bow
think I
pose.
remember
And
this.
she looked at me like she just
What are
came
you
over and said,
doing?
this is just horrible. You can't try and get into that pose by like taking your leg out around over to the right. You're supposed to like go in a straight line. And the
Yeah.
woman was so erect and defined by straight
Yeah.
lines. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. And I loved how no bullshit she was, it's me. So that
Yeah.
totally, I connected with her on that, no, stick, go. Yeah. No. Oh, here, this, no. Like
Yeah.
no, kind of the version of Bikram, he was no bullshit and he'll tell you exactly what he thinks, in his style.
Right,
But
right.
she was the same way. She just had
Yes.
a different style, but very direct. I mean, okay, she didn't call you names or swear or make up some crazy metaphor, but she
Well,
was
that's
like, no, you can do it. She had me do standing separate leg, and she 4 feet, 4 feet, get your feet out. And she pushed me down. She's like, see, you can do it. You can do it, and I love that.
that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, the way I came to think about Bikram's, um,
Style.
craziness and yelling at people and doing all the rest of this stuff. Because I met him a few times before teacher training, decade or more, two before that. Um, it was self-entertainment. The guy just got up there every day
Yeah.
teaching these things. And at a certain level, you just have to self-entertain. So,
Yeah.
hey, thanks for sharing all that.
You need to lose 20 stones or whatever, 20 kilo. Stop eating hamburgers. You need to lose 20 kilo. It's like, okay, he's actually right.
I know. Do you think I want to be here today? Do you think I want to be here? I would rather be home polishing my Rolls Royces, but no, I'm here with you. You pay attention.
When I was learning about Gestalt with whatever that guy's name is,
Fritz Pearls.
yeah, I immediately was like, oh, this is Bikram. This is my yoga teacher. Like, what's happening in the moment? This. And I'm going to ask you about it explicitly. We're bringing it into the present moment. This is what's
Right.
going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, no, I love teacher training. It was fun, and that's where we met. And
Yeah.
my
And
kids survived, and I
your kids really
survived.
appreciated that you did something for yourself, and
I
that's
think
one.
so. Yeah, yeah. And I think that was also the gateway drug to me then 3 years later taking my leave of absence and traveling for a year. Because at that point, Riley was going to college, a couple kids out of school, and they were even older and more apt to take care of themselves. So
Right.
and that was good. And I am grateful that I have the children that I do, that were, thank God that they were healthy enough and able enough that I could, I had the opportunity to do that. My kids are the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I was
too.
blessed.
Me
Yeah.
too. All right. Well, catch you on the other side.
You know,
I'm Pierre from Yoga Heals Everywhere. Who are you?
Maureen from Landscapes for Learning. Learn to live and live to learn.
Peace through grace, Maureen. Peace through grace.